of the biggest motivators in history are fear and greed. Greed is a philosophical idea influenced by culture and condition, while fear is considerably more substantial and generally characterized. However, regardless of its idea, people have commonly been uneasy about examining the psychology behind fear and how it might have an impact on an individual's psychological wellness. Currently in the field of psychology, few experts believe that this primal human instinct regularly boils down to a kind of fear in some form or another. On the off chance that this is to be accepted, at that point fear may really assume a greater job in forming an individual's brain than some other characteristic variables. Fear, obviously, shows itself in various forms. For instance, the ancient Spartans were viewed as non-fearing characters due to their combat skills, however the truth was far from that. Brought up in a culture where acceptance and grasp of the standard behavior of fearlessness was principle, the primal instinct of fear and being afraid which a Spartan might fear would lead towards being segregated from others. A person with a chronic inability to remain in a serious relationship may fear being loved and cherished, most likely as a symptom of growing up without of love and care. Fear can likewise show as increasingly strong mental wellness issue, for example, nervousness and dread. Dread may likewise prompt somebody building up an assortment of mental issue as potential inconveniences. The truth of the matter is, fear is more common in our day-by-day lives than anybody would mind to concede. Truth be told, people have a tendency to subconsciously deny the feeling of fear. The vast majority would like to move their feelings to things like resentment or depression, as opposed to accepting their fears. This can be because of various variables, including condition, childhood, and past encounters. Most specialists accept that the way to beating this issue is to perceive the fear as fear, as opposed to characterizing it as something that it seems similar to the feeling of fear. Individuals who have this issue frequently build up the feelings of fear they have during their childhood or as they were growing up, but instead than outgrowing those fears, they have allowed themselves to remain whatever was established in their mind. This may not really harm emotional wellness, however it can have some undesirable impacts on how a person socializes in the society. Obviously, not everything about dread needs to be viewed as negatively. It has been said that fear is what makes heroes different from the rest of us. Fear additionally guarantees the endurance of humankind. Fear triggers numerous survival instincts that allows us or influence us to avoid taking such a large number of risks and dangers. Fear also triggers the body to enter our survival mode when confronted with extraordinary threats, giving out a lot of adrenaline into the human body to give conventional people the close to superhuman physical capacities in order to endure certain scenarios. Fear keeps individuals from facing irrational challenges that could endanger their present safety, regardless of whether the hazard is physiological, social, physical, financial, or sexual. It is just when people fail to recognize fear or acknowledge it in an excessive amount, that it turns into a phobia. Obviously, this is more difficult than one might expect. Despite being a natural and important part of the human mind and as a means to survive, fear is often shunned by modern society as something that is unwanted or should be discouraged. In modern literature and culture, we are loaded up with references to a lot of figures that fear nothing and faced crazy challenges, which are things that are well outside the grip of the regular person. While there are a few that seems unreasonable and considered to be nonsense, people should make an effort to cast them out. It is a smart move to understand that being afraid isn't constantly a negative thing. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you liked it as much as we do in sharing information. If you liked this video, please share and subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification icon to receive updates when new content is uploaded. You can also check out our other videos and playlists in our channel.